Hello and welcome along to semi-final 2 of the Hero Champions Trophy 2014. What about that for a lineup? It's India versus Pakistan. So we are coming to you from the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar in India. And let me tell you, the atmosphere here is electric. Now, by our counting, there are about 5,000 seats. All of those are taken. There's about another 2,000 people on their feet in there, and we're well over the capacity of 7,000 here for this game between Pakistan and India. Well, both teams coming out onto the pitch now. Pakistan away to the left-hand side of your picture against India on the right-hand side. Both of them beating European stars of the game to get here to the semi-finals. India beating Belgium 4-2 in their quarter-final, whilst Pakistan beat the Netherlands by the same scoreline in theirs. So day 5 of the tournament and match 5 for both these two sides. And we have some special guests, as always, to meet the players. They'll start with the Pakistani side. And our guest this evening, Sri Dharamendra Pradham, who is the Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Petroleum and Natural Gas, meeting the Pakistani players there, escorted by Miss Alana Norman, the CEO of Hockey India. Alongside him is also Sri Sarbananda Sonowal, the Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Sports and Youth Affairs. Both gentlemen in good spirits, and as are the players. Big occasion this for everyone, particularly in the relatively small city of Bhubaneswar over on the east coast of India. Last few handshakes from our honorary guests, who will then take their place for the national anthems, having wished their home side the best of luck. Sell-out crowd here for this one. India versus Pakistan. India ranked 9th in the world, Pakistan ranked 11th. Both of them having made it as far as the semi-finals. This is a fantastic evening for Asian hockey and Asian sport in general. and just soak in the atmosphere for a second here. Crunch game, place in the final up for grabs. The winner will go on and face Germany in the final, the loser to play for the bronze medal against Australia. But here we go, it's India versus Pakistan, and this is India's lineup with Srijesh in goal, Rupinder, Gajinder, Kottajit, Manpreet, Sardar Singh, Garbage, Dinesh, Sunil, Akashdeep and Ramandeep in Roland Altman's starting 11. There is Roland, took over just a month or so ago as head coach from Terry Walsh. And there are India in the all-blue kit this evening here at the Kalinga Stadium. And their opponents this evening are Pakistan, who are just starting to try and find some form in this tournament. Lost the first three, but won the all-important quarter-final against the Netherlands. They start with Butt in goal, Rizwan Senior, Waqas, Dilber, Mahmood, Imran the captain, Irfan, Butt, Bhuta, Abbas and Shan in the starting lineup for Sheikh Shanaz. Head coach just taking a quick breather. His work done for the first quarter. He'll get a chance to speak to his players again in 15 minutes at the end of the first quarter. But for now, that responsibility lies with Mohamed Imran, who tries to fire up his troops. Dion Nel from South Africa blows one end, and Eduardo Lozano the other from Spain. Lineups complete then for this second semi-final. Germany beating Australia by 3-2 just ahead of this game. And the crowd will now count us in to the second semi-final of the day. It's Pakistan versus India. Pakistan then to start things off for us here this evening. As we said, just that one win in the tournament so far, and looking to put a string of back-to-back wins together here against India. India have really found some form in the last couple of games, beating the Netherlands, also going on and beating Belgium in their quarter-final match by 4-2. This is India playing from right to left. Gajinder at the back here. This is Rupinder. And alongside me in the commentary box is Simon Mason, the England and Great Britain goalkeeper. Simon, let's just try and get a sense of what this occasion means to everyone here, and obviously people that can't get the atmosphere back home. Try and give some indication as to what it's like, this atmosphere in Bhubaneswar.
Well, the emotions run so high. I mean, this is the pinnacle for these players, for starters, to play in this kind of phase of a competition with a chance of getting to the final. So this is probably the culmination of maybe 6, 9, 12 months of training in the middle of Olympic and World Cup cycles. For the players who aren't here, this is what they aspire to, and for the crowd who've come to watch, every single moment there was a kilometre-long crowd to get tickets for this game. People just want to be here, they want to buy their way in, smuggle their way in, you name it.
They've tried everything. There's Pakistan's first circle entry. Rizwan Senior gets the ball first. Pakistan have possession again, but just tapped away for a long corner by Rupinder. Yeah, that was phenomenal this morning, the queue outside the ground, and they were queuing from 9 o'clock or so in the morning. Now gone 7:30 local time in the evening, so they've waited patiently just to have that chance to get and see this game. A repeat of the Asian Games final. There's another crunch ball in from Pakistan. Manpreet gathers the ball. There was a little shove on him there as well, and India come away with the ball.
And it looks like in these early exchanges, Pakistan have decided that the crash ball, they'll test the Indian defence and see if they can get any outcomes. It's a little bit bobbly and skippy when a pitch has first been watered at the start of the game. So by putting some pressure on that Indian back line, Pakistan might look to get some outcomes, some cheap penalty corners, which at the start of this tournament, when I watched their corner routine, I thought they haven't got a corner routine. And then against Holland, they suddenly converted 3 from 3. That was the Imran and Irfan show.
Pakistan, who just fell short against India in the Asian Games. It finished 1-1 in the final, and they're a sense of the physicality that we're going to see all evening here, but Dion Nel getting a firm grasp of it early on in the early minutes of this game. So yeah, 1-1 it finished in the Asian Games final. India going on and winning in a shootout by 4-2. India had lost 2-1 in the tournament as well to Pakistan in the group stage, so this is going to be a close run thing between these two teams. Sadar now slaps the ball forward. This is Kotajit. Good bobbly one. Wrong side of the goal as well.
And he'll be looking for touches as Kotajit floats that in. Touches from a fantastically exciting forward line. You feel that Akashdeep and Ramandeep are just going to have to link together that little bit more if India are going to get a series of meaningful outcomes. It's been bitty what they've achieved so far. The best forward's been Sunil, who has 7 gears to every other player's 5 normally.
There is Sunil chasing down the ball. India's first line of defence as that one tries to get threaded in behind Akashdeep. Akashdeep, who scored 2 goals in the tournament. There's Sadar, who is holding firm in the midfield for India this evening. Rupinder at the back. And 2 on the score sheet twice so far in this tournament. Gajinda also back there. It could be a threat from the head of the D from a penalty corner. Oh dear. It was a dangerous ball cross-field from Rupinder. Gabaj gathers it again, and now back through Gajinda. Manpreet here on the near touchline. Bobbles off his stick, and Pakistan will have possession. It's Mohammad Wakas leaving it. And Bhutta will take. Back to Irfan. He has a couple of goals in the tournament already. 3 in total as he crunches that one in, but a little bit dangerous, so that'll be India ball. 0-0 if you're just joining us inside the first 5 minutes of the first quarter.
And those crash balls have all come in from exactly the same angle. Pakistan quite happy to come down this right-hand side, initially with Wakas, to then screen balls in off the sideline from Irfan and Imran.
Hinder just looking a little bit nervy there as he tried to aerial that one forward and couldn't get anything on it, but does recover with a tackle there. It's bounced off his foot, so Pakistan have the restart and decide to aerial it back into their own half almost. Imran, the captain, 35 years of age. Imran still going strong and inspiring his side. Here's another inspirational player, it's Sadar. Oh no, chance here for Pakistan to take the lead, and a good smothering tackle from Srijesh, who came out to tighten the angle down, crowd to their feet, and he had to narrow the angle, came out a good 5 yards off his line, if not more, to block this shot. Yeah,
Rupinder gets turned over, it goes into the circle. It's a brilliant bit of goalkeeping. Left hand down, good smother, body position up, spot on, head upright, eyes level.
Bumped into him ahead of this game, and he is pumped, as are all the team we're fortunate enough to be sharing a hotel with. It's the nicest of guys, the Indian boys, and wish them all the best here in this final. There's a cross-field ball that is cut out. But with that final touch, and India keeping on that press and trying to keep the intensity up and alive in this game. Here's Sadar, who's got 3 players around him. Fouled by at least one of those. And here's Lalit. This is more like it from India.
That's a corner, surely. That's a massive push.
Well, yeah, it was a big shove in the back.
It's a huge shove in the back.
The Maya just there, and the umpire just asking the players to cut it out. It was Mohammad Irfan that went in with that push, as he said, not even a tackle. Now a chance again for Pakistan to break. This is Rasool. Sadar tracking back, Raghunaut as well, coming in with a bit of muscle.
For a man of his size, he gets around the pitch exceedingly well. The athleticism of Ragan, despite his width and depth and breadth of chest.
Good restart from Rizwan Senior. Now the ball crossed. They're looking for the deflection. It's just wide of Srijesh's post. That's the best chance of the half so far. And it fell to Bhutta on the far post for this deflection. It's
a beautiful flat cross. Bhutta slid in between 2 defenders. That's not great defending from the Indian backline. He's come through as players get ball focused. Lakra at the front of that should really have done better. Bhutta had every chance. The goal was gaping. Srijesh would not have got there.
No, Srijesh was stranded on that occasion. Fortunately for India, no harm done. Here's Sadar. India look to rebuild through Darren Veer. Rupinder now. Gabaj with the overlapping run. There's a bit too much weight on it, and he's not going to catch that.
And what the Indian front line need to do is identify that Mohammad Imran and Mohammad Irfan, if they get split apart, are quite vulnerable and isolated if they go to one-on-one defence. When they play together as a unit, they're effective, but when they do get pulled into different positions, it's not quite as good. So if the Indians can run off each other's shoulders and go through the channels, they'll do better.
3 Indian coaches there, 3 Roland Altmans, imagine that. Someone must have tipped water on him and he's multiplied. India 0, Pakistan 0. We've got 7 minutes just under to play in this first quarter. Pakistan sitting back in a half-court press, looking to just pinch the ball off India here as Darren Veer plays it back out and around, and this is Rapinda. First time ball forward, it's going to find its target. Kept in play. Now India come forward again. Manpreet, Raghunaut. Fouled. Takes the quick free hit, self-pass to get going. Little jalebi turn, goes down.
Nothing there, absolutely nothing there. There's no contact, he's called the refer. Now that's interesting, because he definitely put the signal up for the referral. I felt there was no contact in the circle at all.
I think Dion Nell just waved him away, the umpire on the other side, and said, don't be silly. Did look like he lost his footing. Kottagit into Manpreet. Back to Kottagit. This is Lakra, a local lad. Forward ball looking for Ramandeep. Advantage played from the umpire, and he'll bring it back for the defence just outside the dotted line. Uttapa over the ball. This is Manpreet again. Route 1 ball this time cut out, and Pakistan had that line to goal well covered. At least 3 green shirts in there protecting it.
Yeah, that's when Mohammad Imran can set his defence well in front.
Pakistan obviously nicknamed the green shirts as well, and 3 times Olympic champions.
Sorry, my huge stick obstruction. This is the spin. His back leg does get pulled away from himself. It's very true, it's accidental.
Darren Veer now through the heart of the field, breaks 3 tackles and pops it onto a foot. India enjoying a large amount of the possession in the last couple of minutes, but it was Pakistan who started the strongest, and it was Pakistan who had the best chance in the quarter so far through Mohammad Bhutta. Here come Pakistan again then, down the left-hand flank this time. They haven't got much ahead as far as an attack goes. That was Kadir, that takes the ball as far as the halfway line. We've got 3 waiting in the wings for Pakistan to come on, so fresh legs, and all the players working hard out there. Bit of stick tackle, I think the umpire blowing in Pakistan's favour as Thamaya went in there, but I think a stick block given. So Thamaya again drives forward onto the backhand, looks for the deflection. Here's a chance, got to be a walking goal, hasn't it? No, penalty corner.
Under Imran, but that got stuck there. Fortunately, he's dived on top of the ball. I'm not sure he knew where it was. If he did and it was deliberate, and measure 3 coaches again, all looking at a penalty corner.
Yeah, got stuck under butt. Let's have another look at it from this angle.
Thamaya comes in, delivers a great reverse stick ball, comes off the defender and underneath the goalkeeper. All of a sudden, Abbas dives over the top, doesn't know a lot about it, hits him in the face and comes back before there's the potential obstruction, but he has no idea where the ball is.
So it's penalty corner number 1 of the evening, and it goes India's way. Gurjinder is set at the top of the D. There he is. He looks like the favourite. Raghunaut away to his right-hand side.
This will go left castle with Sunil running a deflection run down the middle.
It's Gurjinder to open the scoring. He does. Gurjinder for India, and India have the lead inside the first quarter. India 1, Pakistan 0.
Yeah, and around the umpire in the circle. It's a great execution from Gurjinder. The Pakistanis have gone to TV, and I can tell you what they'll be asking for. The Indians did it in the last game. Sunil runs off the front of the castle to create a potential obstruction, but he's too far away. Okay. He runs towards the goalkeeper.
Team referral, Pakistan. They say that the runner, the first wave running out, is blocking, causing an obstruction. Thank you,
Off the left-hand castle, watch Sunil's run. He runs down the middle. That, to me, he's not blocking anybody. All he's doing is distracting the number 1 runner. He runs in there, he moves out the way. He's 10 yards away from the goalkeeper. All it's doing is distracting Rizwan Senior. Rizwan Senior could have run inside him quite happily. He's not running at him.
Well, for me as well, no reason to change the decision. Let's see what the video umpire says, though. Got Peter Wright in there today, who's relaying his message down to Dion Nell.
No obstruction, okay?
There it is, no obstruction. Goal stands. 1-0 to India. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Gajinder getting his second goal of the tournament.
Now Shanaz has gone up to the bench because he's not happy with something. Video referral, but you look at the distances. Yes, I absolutely agree that Sunil is running off the left castle in a straight line. He is running in a straight line, but everybody's allowed to do that.
Yeah, it didn't look like any obstruction. Have a closer look at it in slow
Out
motion
to the top.
here.
Sunil runs, number 24 you're looking at. Rizwan Senior gets distracted.
Yeah, no doubt about the finish. Let's give credit to Gajinder where it's due. It was accurate, it was low, it was in the keeper's corner, and India have the lead here. Pakistan have lost their referral as well, remember. They went to the video referral there and had it thrown out. Here is Gajinder, the goal scorer, to cottage it. Just the start India would have wanted in this first quarter. Manpreet in the midfield. There's Sadar in support. Oh, nudge in the back there for Sadar. He'll be used to that by now. A cool, calm customer on the ball. There's Gajinder with the restart to find Rupinder, whose first touch wasn't quite up to scratch. Irfan. Good tackle from Rupinder. Ramandeep now lays it off on the reverse stick. Rupinder driving forward.
That's a super tackle. Two men not in a real, physically, completely uncontested space. And all of a sudden, Rupinder, even with his reach, can't get round Ashraf, who dives full length in front of him.
It'll be a free hit for Pakistan inside their own half. Couple of minutes to try and get one back if they can. There's Rupinder again at the heart of the action, this time at full stretch. Sadar gets his eyes up. Good pre-scan from there to see where the threat was coming in from the green shirts.
I mean, it would have been interesting to hear what Ronald Altmans had said to Rupinder Pal, because over the course of this tournament he's been brilliant when he's played to his strengths. Tackles beautifully, long range of passes, but when he carries the ball into midfield he quite often gets turned over. So when he tries to do the intricate little stuff, I've been saying to him, right, just pick your passes, play down safe channels, distribute the way you do, front to back, and we'll do well.
Now India could do this all night long if they want. No harm in that.
Not very exciting for 7,000 people.
Well, it's certainly not, but it's a sort of German style indoor fashion, just retaining possession. Cottage it, puts it through the legs of Bhutta. Manpreet now spreads the ball out to Garbage. Ramandeep ahead of him. Oh, little slip there, and Pakistan now will come away with it. Here's the counter down, a little shove on the back. No, that's not good either. I think that's a card. Garbage, who lost possession, sort of knows this already. For the push in the back, he's going to get a yellow. So that's at least 5 minutes in the sin bin. And India will finish the half with 10 players. This is why.
Yeah, Garbage has put the stick accidentally between Dilber's legs to try and get the ball, but there's a push after that and then he falls on top of him, none of which is pretty.
More like scenes from a rugby match, that one. Garbage going in, colliding with his opposite number, and here's that great tackle that you mentioned earlier from Ashraf.
That's a super sliding tackle, because if he got any part of Rupinder Pal before he got the ball, that had penalty corner written all over it.
Some slight concern here whether Mohammed Dilber has taken quite a knock. The physios had to come on, I think. No, they haven't waved him on just yet. If he does, of course.
Yeah, he is. He's down in the huddle. He's down in the huddle. He's walking off with him now. He just happens to be wearing exactly the same kit.
We're hearing 10 minutes for that push. So 10 minutes, that yellow card for India, and that means they'll finish this final quarter, and then they'll go into the second quarter for 9 minutes with 10 men. At the time for Pakistan to strike then, and that'll be a long corner. Final touch came from Gajinder as we enter that final minute now. India 1, Pakistan 0. Gajinder putting India ahead.
And what that'll mean in that break is that Coach Shanaz Sheikh is going to have to decide what he wants to do specifically, because he'll need to change his tactics, because he's got plenty of time to try and actually execute a specific technical plan to unpick an Indian defence that's a man down.
Yeah, Gabash, who normally plays over on the right side of the field, that right defence, right half, if you will. That's where Pakistan have the ball now, trying to find a way through. This is Irfan again, the ball comes into the circle, takes a deflection, long corner again. Final play of the quarter.
If Pakistan are going to do that, India just need to get a man in the face of the distributor so he can't get his eyes up and make good passes, so they're more hopeful.
There's a little deflection. Can they get a penalty corner here with the last play? Yes, they can. That's come off a foot. That has come off an India foot in the circle. So the penalty corner will stand. It's Pakistan's first of the night. And we'll take a closer look whose foot it came off. There's the coach looking on. But this is a really good opportunity. We know how well the Pakistani penalty corner routine is working. A good chance to level things up here going in at the end of the quarter.
I'd suggest you have to run what's called a 2-and-2 defence. The ball goes to the baseline and just gets fired across, and it's off stick and a foot of Kottajit in front of Srijesh. India have to run 2 men off the right-hand side. All the routines that Pakistan have done are to their attacking left.
There's Imran, the captain. Irfan alongside him, the number 8. It's the captain that takes it, looks for the deflection, back to the injector. They did just that, India, and ran out hard and fast, but couldn't find the deflection. So at the end of the quarter, it's India 1, Pakistan 0. What a first quarter then. India going ahead through Gajinder Singh, but Pakistan could have drawn level there with that last play.
Last play of the day out. They've still gone out to the defensive left-hand side. Everybody's got sucked in. Kottajit's into the penalty spot. It's a good delivery from the captain. And it's just a swing from Rizwan Senior that is off target. Sheikh Shanaz knows that was the chance, because it was a routine that was not covered.
Yeah, India didn't see it coming. Pakistan unable to convert. They do get a short break now. And India, remember, down to 10 players. Gabaj serving a 10-minute suspension for his yellow card push. And that means Pakistan will have the advantage going in at the start of the second half.
The other issue with that 10-minute yellow is it starts to set a precedent for what cards might come out as the game progresses. If the yellow's already been given, will the umpires go back to greens for minor offences, or is it just going to be a continuation of that level of penalty?
Gather around then their coach Ronan Omens. Sardar Singh as well, very vocal in there. Just looks like he's vocalising about get your feet out the way by lifting and jumping up in the air like that. What do you think?
I'd agree with you completely. It can't be anything else. It just has to be protect your feet in the first instance, get your stick on the floor, and then jump your feet off using your stick as an anchor point.
Just one goal that separates the two sides then. Indian fans in good voice at the moment. There's the Pakistani goalkeeper, Imran Butt. Just the one goal in it so far. Gajinder Singh, and 11 minutes for India. It's Pakistan to get us underway in the second quarter. 15 minutes to go until half-time. Pakistan playing from left to right, looking to attack that goal to the right-hand side. And remember, Gabaj off in the sin bin for 9 minutes now. So that's 9 minutes India will play with just 10 men. And Pakistan take advantage of that. On penalty corner at the end of the last quarter. There was no whistle from the umpire, so Srijesh came out flying in the air, took a little deflection. There's going to be another save to make here, through the legs almost, as Srijesh sweeps it away, and some complaints coming in there, that was deliberate. Ahmed Butt is the first to go over to the umpire, but Srijesh getting something behind it. Thought he might have been megged there for a second.
I did. He got his backside down to the floor to get his feet together, and then I'd agree with the Pakistanis that there was a hint of a deliberate knock off the baseline.
There's a deflection into the roof of the net, and Pakistan get their equaliser. It's the number 18, Kadir getting his second goal of the tournament. He watched that every inch of the way, and that is a world-class finish into the roof of Srijesh's net. It's India 1, Pakistan 1.
It's the second phase of play down the baseline. They've got in there, swept across, and that is a fantastic touch inside the near post. Srijesh reacts after it's hit the net behind him. That's not a deflection, that's a played hitter goal, open hand, sweeping across and deflecting high.
Pakistan able to convert that pressure of having the extra man and have levelled things here on 16 minutes through Kadir. India 1, Pakistan 1. So India have to go back to the drawing board. This is Gajinder, the goal scorer for India, who put them ahead on 11 minutes. Rupinder Pal gets that aerial right this time, finds Sadar, who almost brings it down under control, but is being tracked back by Mohammed Irfan, and then bundled over. Irfan quick to go over and apologise for that. There's Sunil, high ball in, taken in the midriff by Mahmood.
Good reaction from Sadar. He could have easily reacted to that based on what had happened to get the yellow card earlier on in the game. Could have all of a sudden been some chest to chest, and that's good control from two international athletes.
This is where India do have to be careful. They have to give a bit of ground, because remember they're a player down, so sitting back and just trying to absorb as much pressure as they can with 13 minutes left to go until half-time. Never ideal playing with 10 players, and Pakistan certainly getting around the back rather easily, and there was another deflection chance there for Bhutta again, who had a deflection effort in the first quarter, and this is how close he's come in the second.
It's nearly identical. Look at the marking. There's Gajinder in the middle of the circle is nowhere near Bhutta. It's down his left foot. There's a massive channel there, and that should have been a goal in anybody's book.
From what we've seen here, it looks as though Pakistan are targeting that first ball in, that crash ball from the right-hand side, looking for those deflections.
Absolutely they are, and what I'm surprised to see is there aren't more Indian rotations to keep the intensity up of one of the forward runners, because if that front line of two, and it looks like Altmans has gone to a 3-3-2 in this situation, if that front two can't do the lateral running because they get tired, all of a sudden Pakistan can take it to the corners and play simple balls in line to goal, and they'll get outcomes.
Rizwan Senior crunches one over to this near touchline. It's mistrapped by Rasul. Wasn't the easiest of passes to complete and take. This is Danish. Akashdeep. A little bit hesitant there, and then just plays it onto his own foot. So Pakistan once again with the restart. We're saying Pakistan, the 3 times winners of the Champions Trophy. Last won it in 1994, though, taking home the gold medal on home soil in Lahore. I think you were there, weren't you, mate?
I was. That was my first international tournament. 1994, yeah, we played against them. Fantastic crowds there as well.
Akashdeep tracking back, and both these sides looking to put themselves a place in the final tomorrow against the Germans. India just enjoying a comfortable spell of possession here. And it was Manpreet this time that just got his body in the way there and just held the Pakistani attacker up a little.
And Dion with a wry smile, because as Manpreet led into that tackle, he led in with his stick to cover up the ball. Left shoulder came round and protected the space.
Well, if Pakistan can get this one and there'll be another deflection chance. It's come up off a foot. It'll be a free hit on the dotted line. Must move 5 meters now, which it does. Pakistan now trying to get the ball in, but opting to come all the way around.
Well, the communication for India is going to be crucial here, because Pakistan aren't trying to go one-on-one into the circle. They're trying to play into the bottom corners.
The tackle from Rupinder, he's got nothing ahead of him, so just tucks the ball in at full stretch to Akashdeep. He can come forward, has Sunil there. Great first touch from Sunil, who takes it into a bit of space, looks to bring there, and he gets a penalty. Gets the penalty corner, brought down just inside the circle. He went down rather softly, but there was definitely a shove there on Sunil. And so the Pakistani defence can't really complain too much. Rashid Mahmood goes back to do some defending.
You were right, the first touch from Sunil was brilliant. That's the contact. There's nothing wrong with that. Sunil had tried to go into the circle. There's the shove. It's the head and shoulder of Rashid that goes into Sunil. He does get taken down, but it meant he could never get anywhere near the ball.
It's 1 from 1 for India from their penalty corners. No Gajinda though. He was the goal scorer on 11 minutes, but there is Rapinda and also Raghunath.
With Sunil in exactly the same position.
Looks like it's going Rapinda's way this time. Takes the flick. Keeper watched it and then battered away for a sideline ball. It was a comfortable height in the end for Imran Butt. Sideline ball, restart. And right now into their own half, India have to rebuild. Cottagit. Little floated ball into the midfield. Oh dear, a slip there from Dinesh, and has it robbed off him. Bhuta now. There's Razwan Senior. Aerial ball gathered by Butt. Slapped into the circle again. Danger there from the Pakistani player. Just came in swinging with his stick. It was Rizwan Senior that conceded the free hit. Let's take another look at the corner.
Flick from Rapinda, but it goes straight at Butt. He doesn't read it particularly well. But Mohammad Imran on the line can see it all the way, clears it clean.
Rapinda now to Raghunath on the far side. This is Darren Veer. Beats his player and now drives forward, gets his eyes up with complete ball. We're looking to come back out through Darren Veer. Gone to the baseline. And Deep just chipping over, but unable to find a foot and earn India another penalty corner. Remember, India's still down to 10 players. Garbage still sat out on his 10-minute suspension. Picked up that card in the first quarter. And we're now fast approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter. Still India 1, Pakistan 1. Pakistan getting back into it on 16 minutes through Kadir. Deflected goal. I want to look in the highlights, that's for sure. Here's Imran into the midfield. Just softly laid back now to Bhuta. And then again cross-field.
That's what Pakistan need to do, is just recycle the ball side to side, because it will punish the Indian forward line. Upade having to run side to side, long shuttles, and when he can't get there, then Sadar has to step out for the nice easy ball in from Mohammad Imran.
Just wonder how much this one-man deficit is going to take its toll. Great tackle again from Rapinda. Really getting his eye in there now. Throws that one into Sadar. Ramandeep. Oh dear, what was he thinking there? What was he thinking?
Sadar needs to get back into the heart of his defence. He'd overlapped Ramandeep. It was a dreadful pass across the middle of the pitch. Didn't need to go there at all.
Wakas thumps that one in. Too high. 7 minutes to go then.
And the goalkeeper, you can see in your shot, is doing his nut at his captain. He stepped out to the top of the league, taking his helmet off, and is demanding that Sadar just sits in that central midfield role and doesn't do the long leg work up front. I disagree with him to a small extent, and the counter-attack was effective, but Ramandeep's pass was dreadful. Sadar being sort of talismanic midfielder, everybody plays off him. Does need to just occasionally hold his role, particularly at the moment when they have less men.
Indoor style drag forward from Sadar, which finds its target. Lalit now around the back, screened and earns the free hit. It looks like Ramandeep will take this one. Here is Lalit just waiting in the circle now. Ramandeep, but just outside again. Fine for India just to wind down a bit of the clock here. Garbage is back on. And there's Raghunath. Caught in possession, not ideal. Pakistan break, but they've broken very flat. And no real height or depth to that attack. Still in possession though. Bhuta just throws the ball back through Butt.
And it's that balance between the flow and the overlap. So as Raghunath came forwards, he does that spin beautifully, but Pakistan read it and put flat sticks in.
Interesting style of pick from Birendra Lakbar, effective though. Just took that one off his toes. Thamaya And you've got room around the back here. Gajinda and also Kotijic. Aerial ball for Kotijic. Throws it forward to Ramandi. Surely not 5 there.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why Tusik is signalling for 5 yards when he's the man who's running into the space against Ramandi.
India try and make some field position then with Sunil again crunching that one in, but only good enough for a long corner after the deflection. 1 goal apiece. Can India get their noses back in front before the halfway mark? There's a ball into the circle. His target was Ramandeep, but some good defending in the end. It was Tusik again that stepped forward in front of his man. Gajinda. There is Garbage back on the field after his 10-minute suspension. Yeah, my point's still the same. How much will it have taken out of the Indian players having to work that a little bit harder? Just those fine margins that can make the difference at this level.
Yeah, I think it's something that you'll find at the end of the third quarter going into the fourth. They've got the half-time break coming up. If they go into that, they can reassess how they are physically, get the fluids in, getting the carbs on board, etc. It's going to be in those last 3 or 4 minutes of the game when the lactic acid builds up and the muscles start to tire. That's when it will really punish them.
We're into the last 4 minutes of the first half. India again trying to find a way out of that top left-hand corner as we look at it. Gajinda has a chance to change the angle, just fiddling around with it a bit too much there. Wins the free hit though.
And that's a sign of a player who's decided there's only one thing he wants to do, which is drive it in as hard as he possibly can, but needs enough space in order to do it. He should have come back out to his defenders.
Manpreet again takes that indoor style drag of taking it off the back foot and following through, keeping the ball flat. That's not the easiest of passes for Gajinda to take, and it's all a bit sloppy at the moment. Pakistan come forward again. Again, it's another flat line attack, and now they get a chance to get some players up. Shan just holding on to the ball, retaining the possession, holding up play.
Pakistan, once they win the ball, certainly aren't sitting backwards. They've thrown 2 forwards away to the right of our pictures, high into the Indian circle. Quite happy to sit with a back 3. Play the ball forwards. They're not looking to sit back so deep and counter-attack and pull India out. They want to put the pressure on.
Took a little Indian deflection, hence the reason it was a long corner. And Shan again.
Oh, great skill. What a left to right move across the body from Bhutta.
Any more surprises in this first half? First quarter strike from Gajinda. Now Sunil looking to add to that. Look at him go. Route 1. Here's a chance to make it 2 for India. Off the back foot, the support was there for Ramandeep. Tight angle into the side netting. Why he decided to shoot from there, I don't know. Thamaya on the tightest of angles. But we're going to go to a video referral here. Sunil, who did all the legwork, a good 50-yard dash, is now asking for the aid of the video umpire.
Yes, he is. Sunil's accelerated into the circle and feels he's just been taken out in the middle of the D by Irfan.
Good referral India. Peter, they're looking for a push, a deliberate push. For me, it looks like a clash off the ball.
So Sunil here accelerates around the middle of the heart of the defence. That's horrible. That's a deliberate step in, and I don't think there's any defence against that at all there. That's deliberately running into Sunil, so you've got to suggest that's potentially a deliberate foul in the 25. Classified as affecting play would become a corner. If the umpire thinks it's not affecting play, it can be a card and no corner. So Sunil passes it there. That is deliberate contact, surely.
I mean, what it stops him doing as well is that 1-2 ball back to the far post.
Absolutely, so you got a 1-2 ball. Now, to me, that's affecting play because there's a potential pass.
Okay, so India are going to lose their referral. Yeah, thank you. Number 8. She's off the ball. We've had that advantage. We have the shot. Okay, and it's gone wide, so it's a 6 feet. Okay, but we won't give number 8.
So it looks like there's going to be a card. That's exactly what we said. So there's going to be a card for the tackle. which potentially is going to be yellow. Yep, because that's exactly what we talked about, but because it's not affecting play. That's what the video umpire has talked about. It's what we've seen in other games, is that cards can be given for impact off the ball, but because the video umpire thinks it is not affecting play, that's why they've lost the referral.
Well, there was no doubt about the challenge. Sadly for India, though, they do lose their video referral, so both sides having lost their referral now. But this time it's Pakistan that go down to 10 players. We'll get some indication as to how long. Remember, India went down to 10 for 10 minutes when Garbage was sent off, and we'll get confirmation of how long the Pakistan yellow card is in just a minute, and we'll bring that to you. Here are Pakistan in control, have the ball, but they are that player down. Are they still going to throw numbers forward, or are they going to attack this final few minutes of the first half rather gingerly? Here's Sunil again in control, peels out strong onto his strong right hand, and there he goes again. This is where he's so strong, gets the ball offloaded, but sadly Darren Beer couldn't pick it up to his right side.
Sunil at the moment is electric. Every time he gets the ball, he looks like something's going to happen. He's got a yard more pace, 2 yards more pace than any of these Pakistan defenders, and it's causing them a lot of trouble when he picks and runs.
Room here for Rasul. He's got Wakas outside him. Still Rasul. Can't get past Lakra, but Lakra concedes the free hit. Confirmation there that Pakistan will be down to 10 players for the full 10 minutes. Another foot there from Uttapa this time.
Well, yeah, and that's what I said earlier on about whether the yellow card that had been given earlier would set some kind of precedent.
Left this time, but confidently so from Srijesh. There is confirmation of that card for Mohammed Irfan, one of the star players for Pakistan as well, with 3 goals in the tournament for them. He'll be missed. Here are India, 2-on-1 at the back. Butt has come. Here's a chance for Uttapa, plays the ball forward and away from Akashdeep.
I think it's been given, classified as dangerous to the lifted ball in. This is a beautiful pick and run into the circle. Was looking for support. That was where it needed to be slapped in. The final pass classified as dangerous to Akashdeep.
End of the quarter then. Honours even. India 1, Pakistan 1. So that is the end of the first half, and we've got a nice 10-minute break now for the players to enjoy. Still a little bit sweltering out there, but first half started strong for India with a goal for Gajinder on 11 minutes. Kadir levelled things for Pakistan on 16 minutes, and that's where we go in at half-time. Long way still to go, but remember, India will take that advantage into the second half. Pakistan down to 10 players for at least the first 8 minutes of that second half. Make sure you do come back and join us for all the second half action. You don't want to miss this one. At half time, it's India 1, Pakistan 1. final between India and Pakistan, and it is 1 goal apiece, with Gajinder Singh scoring for India to start with before Mohammed Aslan Qadir levelled things on 16 minutes. Let's take you through some of the highlights of that first half. There's that first goal for India, scored by Gajinder at the top of the D. Squeezed it in there past that inside post of Mohammed Imran. And that gave India the lead. Pakistan straight back down the other end, peppering that right-hand flank. And what about that for a finish? First-time touch. Levelling things up for Pakistan. Qadir on the end of this cross, beating Srijesh there on the near post. And that the reaction in the Pakistan camp. Outside of that, it's been a fairly even contest between these two sides, but 30 minutes still to go. Let's get Simon's assessment of the first half and what we saw. What do you think, Si?
Well, India have attacked much better over distance when they've picked the ball and they've burst through the Pakistani midfield. Pakistan's attacks have been pretty much confined to a single area of play. They roll through midfield down to the right-hand corner and crash it across, looking for tip-ins. So for me, the circle penetrations of India have had that much more control on them and are likely to generate more outcomes, although the stats suggest completely different.
There's a look at the atmosphere here in Bhubaneswar. Look what you're missing. Don't forget the Hockey India League coming your way as well in January. This the home of the Kalinga Lancers. They're certainly having a whale of a time out there. The Mexican wave even going round. It's a bit sporadic, but everyone's having fun. And I tell you what, this place will kick off if India can make their way through to their first ever Champions Trophy final. Don't forget that India have never made it all the way to the final. Their best ever performance, a bronze in Amstelveen in 1982. So they're looking to go one better here on home soil, and the home fans will be playing their part in this second half. 2 periods of 15 minutes. There's the Barmy Army. They're at every single game, and they're equally balmy too. Wait till they see themselves on the big screen. Fantastic. Well, they'll be back to do it all again. 2.5 minutes till we push back for the second half. India 1, Pakistan 1. And always good to get an insight at half-time about what the coaches are thinking, and we can get inside the India camp now. Roland is alongside Dabayan Sen.
Coach, quite an exciting first half. The equalizer came for Pakistan at a good time, you would agree.
Well, if you get a card and 10 minutes off, then that's a big risk that the opponent comes back into the game. And we didn't want to concede any cards, and it was not unnecessary from my point of view. So, not too happy with that one. And then that they come back, yeah, that's understandable. So, second half we try to change a couple of things again, see how we can cope. Now we start with an extra man for the first 8 minutes. So, let's see if we can get the benefit of that.
Well, the last 2 games, your team has had a very strong second half performance. What has been the secret of that? These boys have been playing together for a while. You think they're showing their character now?
No, and they're fit. They're really fit.
Well, all the best for the second half. Just a quick prediction. Who will get your goals?
I never do that kind of thing. Sorry.
All right. All the best.
It's going to come down to whoever's in the right place at the right time for either coach, who is going to provide that winning goal. Remember, if it finishes 1-1 or is a draw at the end of full time, we'll go to a shootout to decide who plays Germany in tomorrow's final. The loser will play Australia for the bronze medal. We already know that the Netherlands will face Argentina for 5th and 6th, and England play Belgium for 7th and 8th. So just 30 seconds to go now until pushback and the second half. India will be playing from left to right. Pakistan there in the green shirts from right to left. So India with the restart, and Sardar Singh will pick things up where we left off. 15 minutes in this quarter, and India, who went ahead on 11 minutes through Gajinder Singh, saw that lead rubbed out by Kadir on 16 minutes when Pakistan drew one back. Both sides have lost their video referrals, and India starting the half the strongest. A little deflection there, takes it off the side for a long corner.
We'll see if India can use this extra man, as Altman's talked about. They're going to throw one man forwards, and they're going to try and go to the corners and then come back into the heart of the Pakistani circle. They won't wish to crash too many balls in. They'll look to work it a little bit more.
Back through Gajinder, the goal scorer. This is Raghunath, looking to press and dominate at the start of this second half. So important they take charge of this game now with those 8 minutes with the extra player.
That's a comedy area out of one side of the ground.
Almost made its way up into the stadium here. There were hundreds of adoring fans looking to take a catch there. Darren Veer. There's a foot of garbage, so it'll be Pakistan ball. Let's look at the Pakistan bench. They'll all play their part in this second half. Modern day game sees players rolled on fairly frequent basis. Here's Rizwan Senior. Crossfield ball, acres of room here. Pakistan to take the lead, little deflection goal, and that'll stand. Darren Veer and the rest of the side. Well, what are India going to a video referral?
They can't. India don't have a referral, but it's an umpire referral who suspects it's a back stick. So umpire has taken his own judgment. Pakistan need to be careful not to pick up cards. There was an immediate reaction from Dion Nell. Now, obviously you've got the suggestion of, did the players influence it by asking for something? Well, the question will be, is it an umpire referral, is it back stick?
I can only presume it's from this break here. There's no doubt about that ball to Rasool. That's world class. And then just clicked in there.
Yeah, I think
he asked the question.
At first view, it looks like back stick. It's clipped because there's nothing wrong with any of this. Does it then touch back stick before it gets touched in?
It's Wakas with the final touch, just here.
Oh, see, I'm not sure that is. I think that's forehand. I think he's got his hands around that quite well.
To me as well, looks that angle
Is
as
there
if
a
Wakas
second
gets
touch?
something on it.
First touch is fine. Is there a second touch before it goes in? We probably need to slow that down even more than that.
There's the hit that comes
Out
in.
of the picture. There. Is it touched down? It's the first touch is fine. The first touch is fine. It's this, is there a second touch? Because that's what Shriekish looks at, but I'm not sure his eyes are looking at it. I don't think this will get overruled, but you never know.
Goal is given, and the goal scorer is Mohammad Wakas, tucking away that shot that came in from Shafkat Ruzal. So India trail by 2-1. It's Wakas credited with the goal on 32 minutes. So despite being a player down, Pakistan have the lead. Here's Ramandeep now looking for some sort of response. 13 minutes left to play in the quarter.
And India have to be so careful, because even though Pakistan are that man down, if they throw too many men forward through midfield, they do get overrun.
They come again with Rasool. And again, it's Rasool and Wakas that are linking up there on that right-hand flank this time, causing a bit of trouble for India.
Well, again, I know it's easy sitting up here dictating where teams should allow other teams to play, but Pakistan, you could draw lines on a board where they're trying to go to, and because of that, you could easily adjust your line of press to at least try and deny space to some extent.
From up here, where does it look like they're trying to operate tactically?
It looks like they're just trying to force this right-hand touchline. So everything from centre-back is going out to right half and being fed into these bottom corners. In the first half, it was crash ball in. Now they're getting a little bit of space. They're running around the back and delivering passes. So if you were to offset your midfield, so if you imagine a straight line across the pitch, then angle it so it protects your left defensive corner. The right side denies the right side offence. You can force the team the other way. It takes a little bit of chat, but it would put Pakistan in a slightly more uncomfortable position.
Communication, such a key part of the game. Pakistan at the moment have Mohammad Irfan sitting in the dugout, and he's on a yellow card suspension. And so India looking to press home that advantage. There's a chance, looking for a foot. Whistle has gone, and India have a penalty corner. Let's have another look how it came about. It was thumped in, this time crunched in from the Indian right-hand flank, and then it just caught a foot there of the Pakistani number 7, the captain, Mohammed Imran. So Gajinder back on the field, Raghunaut along to his right side. Gajinder went goal-bound inside the first 11 minutes and scored. India missed their second flick, and here they are again at the top of the circle. It's Raghunaut this time, takes the flick, takes a deflection, goes over the bar. It'll be another penalty corner because it came off the number 1 runner and must have clipped him on the foot here rather than the stick.
Yeah, it comes out to the top. Look at the change of line. Now, that to me doesn't hit a stick at all. It doesn't hit a foot at all. That hits a stick. But neither team with a referral. It's not the cleanest. Rizwan Senior has to change his line of run because of the change from the top castle.
Gajinder and Raghunaut again. Again, it's Raghu's way. It goes goal-bound and wide this time. And not just a little bit wide. That was way off target.
Yeah, Raghunaut doesn't catch this. It slides off the end of his stick. He whips it. It's a good metre wide and a couple of metres high. That is wild.
Pakistan still 10 men. Sunil this time comes forward. He had a good turn of pace in the first half. Here he goes again forward, carried that first tackle, but couldn't get any further than the top of the circle. So 2-1 Pakistan lead. They took the lead through Mohammed Waqas in this third quarter. There's still a long way to go in the game. Still 25 minutes left to play for India to get back into this one, and we've seen, as in all the games today, that they've gone right down to the wire. Sadar there just covering the ball with his stick. So that was a stick block, and that's why Pakistan had the ball back.
Yeah, well seen by umpire Lazana. Sadar Singh picks it up in the middle of the turf. It just bobbled an extra, no more than half a metre off the end of his stick.
India now with a chance to get one back, and they've gone wide. Shot fell to Thamaya, who picked up the ball, could have offlaid it.
Well, Thamaya just ran out of, just didn't make a decision. He needs to cut infield and then give it. It bobbles off, and then he tries to do a second phase. Sunil was waiting on the baseline for the through ball.
Crossfield ball from Rapinder. Again, saw Thamaya in acres of space, but couldn't get a stick on it. Inside the final 10 minutes of quarter 3 then, India 1, Pakistan 2. Either side with their video referral intact. And still Pakistan down to 10 players.
Which is why you see India with such a high press. This is going to go all the way off the far end for a long corner, I think, for Pakistan. It's come off an Indian foot, it has indeed.
Well, India will need to react quickly here. They haven't got the numbers back, and that allows Pakistan to drive forward again. In the end, it was Rapinder Pal, the last line of defence, but that's Sadar's foot. Advantage for Pakistan. This to make it 3, but then couldn't quite gather the ball there. Kept in play and through the legs by Abbas. Spin from Manpreet now.
And the criticism in the past, when India have been under a little bit of pressure, there's a reversion to type, and it becomes a little bit more individual and dribble oriented rather than the smoother passing game and rotation that we've seen when they have been successful. They need the leadership on the pitch, they need the communication.
As Manpreet to Garbage, first touch again is weak. Won't be much longer on that suspension now for Pakistan. Then they'll be back up to full numbers. Rapinder back there, gives chase. Intercepted though.
That's a great second tackle. It's a good job he's got 8-foot long arms, because he'd been robbed. How he got that, I've no idea. I thought that was going to be corner and card as he reached around Masood.
Here's another look at it.
We see here, he takes the ball down, then it gets jabbed off him, edges it. That is just outstanding. If he'd missed, that was just going to be the worst tackle of the whole week.
Recovery. To Shan over the ball, leaves it for Rizwan Senior, who in turn leaves it for Mahmood. There's another 20 seconds off the clock. Tapped away. Some stick contact in there though, so Pakistan will have the free hit. India again back in numbers, all 11 players now inside their defensive 23. Rizwan Senior again taking control of the situation here. Thinks about going in on the backhand and firing in the tomahawk. Instead it comes off for a sideline ball for India.
I think whilst he lost possession in the end, the idea not to go backhand was the right one, because it was such a horrible angle. He's 2 metres off the baseline, trying to get it across the circle. He was going to have to drill it as hard as he could. The likelihood is would have given away possession, so tried to recycle it. In the end, skills weren't good enough to come away with the ball, but the principle was what Pakistan should be doing.
India back up to full strength, Pakistan back up to full strength. Finally we have all the players on for, well, the first time in about 20 minutes. Here's Darren Veer onto the foot. Can India press home this sustained amount of play? It was Pakistan that caught them on the back foot a bit, really, with that second goal. Waqas coming into the circle and scoring. That'll be a long corner now for India, which Akashdeep is quick to take, but didn't get his eyes up enough, and a little deflection away from Waqas for a sideline ball.
Yeah, Akashdeep really fortunate, but now that Manpreet can get his eyes up, good dink left to right, ball in is fantastic, flat and hard.
Powerful strike from Manpreet. India come again. Rupindapal to Garbage. Garbage has that ball to Darren Veer if he wants, instead comes through the midfield again, and Rupinder.
Rupindapal with a player who's under pressure, and he's had to give it into Manpreet, who's got lots and lots of attention around him.
Lovely ball from Manpreet, plays in Darren Veer, long corner, and there's going to be another card here, and it's a green this time for Pakistan. It's for that challenge on Manpreet. Darren Veer in the meantime gets the play back underway through Garbage. It's for the Pakistani number 11, Tusik, and he's going to sit 2 minutes out in the sin bin. India again have that one-man advantage. Remember, they conceded last time they had that advantage, and again here come Pakistan down the right-hand side. Free hit conceded on the half-time. There's confirmation of that green card for Tusik.
Yeah, and you feel that's good umpiring, because whilst there have been 2 big yellows, they've been big yellows for specific reasons, for hideous tackles, and that's just a light stick check into the 25. Absolutely right to get the punishment, it didn't need to be anything more.
Akashdeep is high, looking to get on the end of this cross from Darren Veer, but Pakistan doing well to track him down into this right corner for India. Here's Manpreet. Virendra Lakra out now to Gajinder. Diagonal ball in was left by Thamaya.
Great recovery tackle from Gajinder. The pass that he played in was predictable and rightly got robbed, but what a bit of recovery movement.
Bit more space here. Look at that sea of green shirts though, bobbling up all over the shop. So I'm just looking to interchange a couple of 1-2s. There's another shove in the back, and well, Pakistan are going to be pushed for this one. It's a green card, and this time it's for their number 18, Kadir, the goal scorer. So Mohammed
might even be yellow, Mike.
Yeah, it was yellow. Sorry if I didn't say yellow. Yeah, it's 10 minutes, maybe. Who knows, another 10, but it's at least 5. Just 5 minutes confirmed there from the umpires for us, and Cottager had a chance there inside the D. Well, it's not pretty, and Pakistan still lead here. There's confirmation of the yellow card, so 5 minutes for Mohammed Arslan Kadir, and this is why.
Yeah, he stepped in on the back of Manpreet. Manpreet didn't receive the ball particularly well, but it's the reach around and shoulder into the back.
Darren Veer. Again, straight across an open stick and easily picked by Pakistan, who are now down to 9 players, remember.
And India really need to work out tactically what they're doing here. They probably need to throw a forward up.
Just gone back to 10 players. This is yeah, tough to keep tabs of, isn't it? India 1, Pakistan 2, that's easy enough. Goals for Waqas and Kadir for Pakistan. Gajinder putting India ahead, but India need to get back into this game. They've got just over 3 minutes in this third quarter, then a full 15 minutes. Akashdeep penalised for not being 5 metres there, and Pakistan will have the ball inside their their defensive 23. 3 minutes left to play. No advantage there for the attacker. Gajinder underneath the ball.
Which was interesting, given it went, the two players were penalised for not being 5. It went at least 3 metres over the heads of both of them. And Pakistan did have an overlapping forward in a lot of space.
Gabaj. Oh dear. Put his head of the stick around that one, and that was not where he intended it to go. Great skills through the midfield this time from Razul. Gajinder comes back, but there'll be a nasty tackle in there just beforehand. Oh, we're going to see another card. Surprise, surprise. Well, who'd have predicted it? It's a green card.
Yeah, and that's consistent for a loose stick tackle. It's Sardar who's going, despite the fact that 2 Indian players are running out towards that side of the pitch.
So, green card for Sardar, 2-minute suspension for him. He won't play any further part of this third quarter. It is so scrappy out there. Akash Deep tries to get some sense of control. Lovely skills in field. Here's a chance for the equaliser. Darren Veer on the backhand scores! And India have their equaliser with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. It's India 2, Pakistan 2.
We saw it from up here. You could see the angle as soon as Akash Deep cut in field. He knew there was a ball on to Sunil. He's cut in once, his eyes are up. There is the floated pass through. Dharamveer takes it round the goalkeeper. Butt's footwork isn't quick enough. He can't get his feet, his hips down on the floor. He's flailing with an extension stick. That's the most simple of finishes under the keeper. Boom, 2-2.
Well, game on. There's another look at it from this angle. Darren Veer's goal. Sunil was waiting there on the far post as well. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that one, and Pakistan eventually conceding, and we're back level here after Darren Veer converting on 43 minutes.
And having said it was so scrappy, that was true quality inside forward player. Pick up on the overlap, one skip inside to get your eyes up. You can see the line across the top of the circle, and it was floated delicately into the path of Darren Veer. No need for him to change his pace by even half a step.
That ball played in by Akash Deep, so he's got to take some of the credit there as Pakistan try to come back in this third quarter. It's Gajinder back there now, defending hard, and this crowd have really come to life again now with their side on as even against Pakistan. That's exactly how it finished. Remember, 1-1 in the Asian Games final, the gold medal match there. India winning the gold, Pakistan the silver. Who's going to make it through to the finals tomorrow, though?
You could see what Sunil was trying to do as that ball came behind him. He was trying to take that off his right foot on a little lift and then accelerate, but knocked it off the edge of the pitch.
Inside the final minute of the third quarter now. India 2, Pakistan 2. Pakistan in possession, coming forward there. They go to the aerial ball, almost brought down by Razul. That aerial coming in from Abbas at the back.
That would have been an epic takedown and finish if he'd managed it very, very nearly.
Nothing silly here from India. They need to maintain that possession. Gabaj thinks about going forward. Here's Manpreet. Now Gajinder. Out wide to Rapinda. Back now to Dinesh. Skips those 3 tackles. Here's Ramandeep. Thumps that ball in, no way through, and there's the hooter for the end of the quarter. So a short 2-minute break, but at the end of the third quarter, India coming back into it. It's India 2, Pakistan 2. So this game very much alive as we go into the final 15 minutes. It was Darren Veer Singh that got India back on track on 43 minutes after Mohammad Waqas put Pakistan ahead. So 2-2. And the coach gathers his troops. 15 minutes to try and make the final against Germany. The loser will face Australia. The winners face Germany.
So it's just one touch underneath the goalkeeper, finished brilliantly from a great through ball.
As we said, 15 minutes. What will both coaching staff members be saying to their team here? Now we're looking at inside the Pakistan camp.
Well, Pakistan have chosen to sit back and try and counter-attack, so the coach will be saying, be patient, wait until you see the Indians come to you. Once you see the Indians come to you and they play into centre midfield, then they can swarm with 3 green shirts, nick the ball in a dangerous area and then counter out through the side channels round into the spaces that they want.
India, of course, they are looking for their 3rd win in a row, beat the Netherlands the other night. They then went on to beat Belgium in the quarter-final. Can they beat Pakistan in tonight's semi-final? The last game of day 5 of the Hero Champions Trophy 2014. The concluding quarter coming your way. It'll be India to get us underway in the final quarter, with Sunil now in possession on the right-hand flank. This is Garbage alongside him. India went ahead through Gajinder Singh. Kadir levelling for Pakistan before Pakistan took the lead through Mohammad Waqas, and then Darren Veer Singh equalising on 43 minutes to make it India 2, Pakistan 2. That's where we are now. Real chance here for Sadar on the backhand, pulls it wide, and he also had Dinesh there, the number 17 for India, down looking for a deflection. Had all the time in the world to hit this one.
He had times in the postcard say what he was doing. He's picked that, he's spun and he's pulled through it far too hard. The adrenaline starts to flow. He had so much time. Yes, he did have the pass under his arm. He's gone for the shot. Just too much right hand.
At the best chance of the quarter for India. Could have easily edged in front there.
The beautiful position that India are in as they come forward with that extra man is they can go to a split back 2. So 2 fullbacks, 1 left, 1 right, both with incredible disguised slaps, and Pakistan will struggle to cover both of those passing lanes.
Rashid peels out, and again it's a rarity, but both sides up to full strength. We've got all the players on the pitch. Oh, that's a nice little ball through the legs. Imaginative and creative from Pakistan. That's the Pakistani number 15, Abbas. And now Sadar, reverse stick to Sunil, who can't gather.
Yeah, Kashdeep and Sadar in the middle of the pitch just got slightly confused. Sunil has been exceptional down these forward channels in offering passes, driving with real space.
India, remember, looking for their highest ever Champions Trophy finish. If they get to the final, they will guarantee that. Gajinder has some defensive work to do here. Did well, got his body in the way, and legally this time.
Yeah, it's all about that rotation. If you rotate into the line of your opponent, you can get penalised, but if you just spin as quickly as you can, accelerate towards the ball, normally you'll get away with it. Closer you can get to that line of the attacker, obviously the better your defensive position is.
Talking of defences, in India could make the final. Australia can't, to defend their title. And remember, Australia 5 times winners, 5 in a row. And so they will not be defending their title this year. One of these sides will be going to the final to face Germany. The loser will face Australia in the bronze medal match. 35th edition of the Men's Hockey Champions Trophy. And here is Manpreet trying to get India to the final. He'll get the shot off, and it just goes wide. Far post touch in there for Sunil was on. Again, another shot goes blazing wide. This is how close it was.
Well, Manpreet just ran into the head of the circle. No Pakistani stepped up, and there's 2. There's Sunil and there's a Kashdeep on that post. Either of them just had to get the faintest of touches.
Both upright there as well. Neither of them low on that far post with the reverse stick down, and that allows Pakistan to come forward through Shah. Jab tackle coming in from Garbage. Shan comes out through Mahmood.
Great turn from Mahmood. Let the ball come out behind him. It's a good job that hit a stick, not a foot.
That's up off an Indian stick, and Pakistan will have a penalty corner. It's their 2nd of the game, and it's come at a crucial time in the final quarter.
Rupinder Pal initially went to ground to try and block that up. It came off Garbage's stick, and then it's popped in high into the air off Manpreet. No doubt about the decision at all. Nothing wrong with that underneath it. That's dangerous play.
Good camera angles. Clear decision for the umpire there. And a good shooting opportunity for Pakistan. This to go ahead then. It's India 2, Pakistan 2. Irfan is at the top of the D, as is Imran. It's come Imran's way. Irfan now with the flick, beats the keeper, and Pakistan are back ahead. It's India 2, Pakistan 3.
It's a routine that's been worked before. We've seen it. We've seen Imran picking it on the top of the circle and dropping it behind him for Irfan. It comes out to the top, and that's exactly what happens. Imran picks, takes it round so that Gajinder can't do it. There's two green shirts in the way. It manages to miss absolutely everybody. I'm not sure how, with that congestion in the middle of the circle. This is all of them completely. Sunil unsighted because of the players in front of him. Sorry, Srijesh unsighted because the players in front of him. And Irfan makes no mistake.
It's his 4th goal of the tournament as well for Mohammad Irfan, and he's put Pakistan ahead here on 49 minutes. India 2, Pakistan 3.
What will frustrate India more than anything, particularly their coaches, that's a cheap penalty corner to give away. It's just bobbled into the circle, and as any player reaches, it's really difficult to keep the stick in the correct line. As you reach, the wrist rotates, the stick face opens, it pops up as it did from Manpreet.
So this is where India have to show character. From Pakistan's point of view, well, they just need to shut up shop here, and they need to hold on for 11 minutes. Easier said than done. Pakistan getting numbers behind the ball away to our right-hand side as Lakra gives the ball to Sadar, who's back on after his green card suspension. Route 1 ball forward to Ramandeep. Great turn from Ramandeep. Here's a chance to equalise for India. It bounced away. First touch from Thamaya, taking it away from him after Ramandeep had done all the hard work. Chances coming thick and fast then for both sides at both ends. It's India from open play that are creating the better of the chances. Missed twice in this 4th quarter, and this another good chance.
What a turn from Ramandeep, and he sees the passes on. It's a poor first touch. It falls into the goalkeeper. If they could have just got it across the face, but that first touch was the problem from Thamaya, unable to get the ball where he wanted it to go.
And all India want to do here is get the ball in the goal. They've got under 10 minutes now to equalise against Pakistan. Pakistan looking to get some sort of revenge for taking home the silver medal from the Asian Games. Finished 1-1 in the final there, and India going on to win the shootout. And this one, an equally close affair. Thamaya, great tackle at the back there, a flat stick tackle from Mohammad Irfan, scorer of the 3rd goal here tonight. And more room here over on the left-hand side for Razul. Razul plays the 1-2, and this time the first touch was poor from Waqas, scorer of Pakistan's 2nd goal. Couldn't bring that under control.
Well, and this is reverting to what was classic India-Pakistan, almost 5-5. 5 men at the back, 5 up front. Let's play counter-attack through the middle of the pitch. There will be chances aplenty for both teams. The one we just saw for Pakistan spoiled because of a lack of first touch, but they had 3 passing options around the Indian defence.
Saw a great video this morning from the two sides playing in 1968 when they played at the Oval Cricket Pitch in London. Really is worth having a look if you can track that down on the internet. There's India with the ball in, another chance, and this time it went right in front of Thamaya again, and Akashdeep was on the far post. He'll take the quick restart from the long corner. Must have taken the deflection in there off a green shirt, hence the reason it was a long corner.
Yeah, it did, and Thamaya was in a perfect line to see it, and then the ball just changed slightly, changed direction into the circle.
There's a deflection, and that time it does go in finally, on about the 5th time of asking. Thamaya converts and draws India level. It's India 3, Pakistan 3.
Great delivery from Gurbaj into the circle. They were patient, they worked it round the back, they've looked up, Gurbaj smashes it in. That's the easiest of touches, but where is the Pakistan defence? They're not zone, they're not man-to-man, they've been caught between 2 stools, and all of a sudden it's the easiest of finishes for Nitin Thamaya.
He makes it look very easy.
He was in exactly the right place, low, wide base. If the ball had come to his right foot, he could have touched it in. If it had gone to his left foot, he could deflect it in.
52 minutes then, Nitin Thamaya adding a 3rd for India, and India back into it. Listen to the crowd now getting behind Thamaya, the goal scorer. He's got Sunil on the overlapping run. He goes in on the backhand, and it was high and up in the air. Dangerous ball in So the umpire blowing in Pakistan's favour. Under 8 minutes left to play here in this semi-final.
And it's all going to be about the choices that individuals make. Nitin Thamaya, having scored that goal, held the ball on the end of his stick, had absolutely no need to smash that in reverse. Captain Sardar Singh was stood in the middle of the pitch in about a mile of space.
Sunil has it now, driving down the right-hand flank. Looks to beat Rizwan Senior. Long corner.
He is so quick. They need two men to catch him with combined speeds.
I'd love to see him go up against Usain Bolt. There could be a good one for YouTube.
I thought you were going to say, let him go up against you. I was like, no.
No contest. Good spin from Lakra. Sadar now. Clean tackle, says the umpire, from Razul. Razul now carrying the ball forward through the midfield. This time it's Raghu who is back. Raghunaut showing his strength. All the Indian players wanting to crowd around the ball and take it forward. It's Sunil with Akash Deep outside him. Wins the free hit. Well, this is going to be a punchy finish to the final quarter. A place in the finals at stake for the Champions Trophy 2014. Who's going to be there? Is it going to be India or is it going to be Pakistan? Rapinda now around the back. Darren Veer. Long corner.
Both teams need to combine their natural pace and flair with some degree of structure. If the teams just go toe-to-toe and just play counter-attack hockey, this is delightful. That's fortunate the bobble comes up on his stick, but he manages to get the stick round to get it across the pitch.
We're now back on the halfway line with India and Rapinda. Diagonal ball is on, lovely first-time touch. Darren Veer got more of it than he would have liked. In the end, it's actually fallen rather comfortably for him. Darren Veer again gets the feet going and jogs around the back there, wins the free hit. Akash Deep and Garbage. Garbage comes out. Now Rapinda again, crossfield to Sadar. Raghu's up, and here is Raghunaut. Into the circle, easy pickings in the end for Pakistan, who can now counter-attack, but India have 4 players behind the play, and a wonderful pick there from Manpreet, who was first to it, chasing back, and the Pakistani player was not 5 metres when Manpreet picked that up. Some good cover work from the youngster. Here we go then, approaching the final 5 minutes of India versus Pakistan in this semi-final of the Champions Trophy from Bhubaneswar in India. The ball bouncing everywhere over the top of the head of Ramandeep, this time for a long corner. It's like watching a game of ping pong.
It's a great clearance from Mohammed Irfan. He had nothing else that he could do, so he's jumped and hooked it full volley over his head out the sidelines.
India again enjoying a spell of possession. Find the baseline with Akash Deep, who's inside the circle now. Looks to find the foot. Good defending from Pakistan to be light on their toes. There's no video referral, but from the far side, the umpire has pointed out that that is a penalty corner. Dion Nell was on hand to advise Eduardo Lozano that there was a foot inside the D, neither side with their video referral intact, and India will have a penalty corner.
They will indeed. Dion Nell had come up in support. Akashdeep would try to get the ball in the circle under control, as that's a soft corner to give away. Pakistan have defended so well at times, give away the simplest of opportunities from India from the top of the circle.
So
they've
is
only
there
got
to
one
be...
castle.
Yeah, just the one. Sorry. Is there to be that fairy tale finish to this game? India to make it 4-3. Gajinder at the top of the castle. Gajinder picks it up in the hook of his stick. The #1 runner was hard out. It was Rizwan Senior. Now, India still keep it inside the circle, but this time it'll be a long corner. The shot was on target, but the #1 runner brave to get his body on the line there, Rizwan, and getting some stick on it too. Still danger here. India still in possession, looking for the deflection. Akashdeep couldn't get anything on it. The crowd think that's gone in. Off his stick, it hasn't. No deflection goal there. 4 minutes remaining. Akashdeep getting close, but not close enough. Can't
have been much more than a metre away as the ball's fired in. It's run brilliantly there. If Akashdeep had just committed a metre earlier, the ball from Manpreet was in and on.
We've got a player down on the ground. It's Ahmed Shakil Butt. What happened here?
He's been caught just under the front of his shin pad, so in essence nothing. Nothing sinister, you didn't see a twisted ankle, nothing underhand, no sort of guerrilla tactics. They're not trying to get in there and hit people around.
And no card. So India 3, Pakistan 3. Pakistan now with a chance to come forward, slapped forward by Imran, and now crunched in from that right-hand channel like they've been doing all night. That's where they can manage to get their goals in this game. Manpreet breaks for India. Has Sunil outside him here on the right-hand side. Ramandeep and Akashdeep running towards the far post. It's Manpreet who carries it on. Advantage played from the umpire, but not for long. And India will have the free hit on the dotted line. Now just 3 minutes remaining before we go to a shootout. It's Rapinda this time who fires one goal bang, deflected this time by Imran, and will be a sideline ball. In behind again, and the scuff pass up this time, I think from Sunil's stick, causing the danger. So Pakistan come away with it. No high players for them. Struggling to get out of position here.
Yeah, I think physically they're struggling as well. They struggled on the counter-attack. They couldn't keep up with Manpreet through the centre midfield channels. Just physically punishing up and back for both teams.
Can Pakistan punish India here? No, they can't get through Sadar. They can get past Danish, and you can see them just sweeping away, trying to clear their pads. There was a deflected effort, and it's gone for a 16 in the end. Sprayed wide from Pakistan. Brought down, and now Pakistan again. A few more numbers up this time. Overloaded on the right-hand side, and missed tackle by Rapinda. Good cover tackle, though.
That's a brilliant cover tackle, but he gave away an absolute sitter of an opportunity. In the tight, he's not been amazing. When he's been able to play his long passes, he's been brilliant, but that took every inch of his reach.
Still Pakistan inside the final 2 minutes now. 2 minutes away from that shootout if the scores stay level. Remember, India beat Pakistan in the shootout at the Asian Games. Pakistan here, though, to win on the backhand, and they do! Pakistan are going to take the win here, I think. That's certainly a fourth goal. It's India 3, Pakistan 4, with just a minute and a half to play. Well, a deflated stadium, as you can imagine, here at the Kalinga Stadium, because Pakistan look as though they've clinched it in the final 2 minutes.
And it's gone into a bottom corner again. It's a crash ball in that's been missed. Gurjinder just doesn't get the right side of his man. All of a sudden, Kottajit's a metre away as well. He doesn't attack the ball. Srijesh is unable to get on top of it. He was let down by the defenders in front of him, but it's Gurjinder who's a metre away from front marking.
Kadir getting his second goal of the tournament. His third of the tournament, second of this game. It's on 59 minutes, and Pakistan are 4-3 up. Final minute. Lalit plays the ball into Rapinda. Here's Garbage, tucks it under his body. India to level things again. This time there are numbers back. It's Manpreet, a chance to go 4-all. Raghunaut picks it up, looking for the corner. Long corner, not a short. Inside the final minute now. This will be the last play for India. They've come back twice already. Can they come back 3 times in a row? There's the ball crunched in. Swept away only as far as Rapinda Pal this time. Another deflection. This time it comes up, and it will be a penalty corner.
That, to me, was deflected up outside of the circle. I don't know how that can be a corner.
Well, neither side have their video referral. We can have a look at it back here in the slow-mo.
That, to me, is touched outside the circle. The head of the stick's on the line, but the stick shaft is outside the D. But
does it not still come in dangerously, though?
Count? Yeah, but if it's lifted outside the D, what's been given? Free hit's been given outside the circle.
That's what the two umpires were just discussing, where that ball, we saw it in the slow-mo, just outside, but in real time, that was a tough one to call for umpire Lizana, and it will be an India free hit with 36 seconds remaining on the clock. They trail here by 4-3, and this will certainly be the last chance for India to get one back. It's another free hit taken from the dotted line, must move 5 meters. Garbage now thumps it in. It'll be a long corner. No, it was a foot just outside the circle, so again back to the dotted line. Garbage again sets off on his run. Some calm defending this time from Pakistan. They just need to belt it off the other end, or indeed keep it down in the corner there with Rasool if they're going to take a win and take their position in the final alongside Germany. And it looks as though, with the final few seconds bleeding off the clock, Pakistan are going to do it, and they have. It's going to be a Germany-Pakistan final for the Champions Trophy 2014, and Pakistan are ecstatic, thrilled to bits at getting revenge against their neighbours India. So the final score here, India 3, Pakistan 4. And you can understand their excitement, can't you?
Of course you can. They've given it absolutely everything. They started this tournament so badly. They've come from a programme that's under-resourced, and all of a sudden they're in the Champions Trophy final. A couple of outstanding performances, some of which have been roller coaster in terms of good to bad. But that's a fantastic outcome for Pakistan and Pakistan hockey.
Well, congratulations to Pakistan. There's the reaction. Pakistan beating the hosts here by 4-3. There is your full-time score. India 3, Pakistan 4. They're through to the final. So what an end to that one. 2 goals for Qadir for Pakistan. Mohammad Irfan and Mohammad Waqas also on the score sheet for Pakistan. Goals for India coming through. Thamaya Singh, as in Darren Veer Singh, also Gajinder Singh, who started the scoring. And look what it means to them. You can see the emotion there etched all over the face of Qadir, who scored 2 goals today. It means absolutely everything. Silver medalists from the Asian Games, but now they have a chance to go all the way here against Germany in the final of the 2014 Champions Trophy.
And they always had that tiny little edge. It felt like that India were always on the back foot and coming back, and while they had that opportunity, they really could step forwards and Pakistan be proud. They were getting to some consistent positions and got outcomes.
Highlights for you then from that second half. 7 goals in the game in total, and that's where Pakistan took the lead for the first time. Mohammad Waqas getting a little tip on that to take it home. India bounced back with Darren Veer Singh taking this on the backhand, fires the tomahawk shot home to level at 2-2. There was the ball from Akash Deep that created the space, but Darren Veer's first touch doing all the damage there, and there was the reaction from Sadar, who was sitting out with a green card at the time. Well worked penalty corner for Pakistan's third. Mohammad Irfan adding a 4th of his tournament and a 3rd on the night for Pakistan. Again, India came back. Spirited effort. This time Thamaya getting a deflection past the goalkeeper Imran Butt to make it 3-3. And then the winner with just 2 minutes to go. There was that deflection from Thamaya. This the winner off the back foot, and some individual skill from Qadir to pump it back. There's a look at the full-time stats. Let's get your final assessment of the game. You've got to give credit to Pakistan, who kept coming at India, but India will be very disappointed to have conceded another late-minute goal.
They will indeed, but from Pakistan, 9 circle penetrations converted to 6 shots. That's a fantastic ratio, particularly when you've had less than half possession. India just suffered a little bit from poor outcomes. They were just always coming back and coming back. Neither team brilliant in terms of their discipline. A couple of long cards were punishing physically.
It's not all over for India. Don't forget they have that bronze medal match against Australia tomorrow, so they'll be hoping that the fans come back for that outcome against Australia, the world champions. Germany will take on Pakistan in the final, and we can head pitch side for our hero man of the match.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for this Hero Champions Trophy semi-final. Fantastic victory from Pakistan, also a great effort from India. Let's have a big hand for both the victors as well as the vanquished. Now joining me for this presentation, I have with me Honorable Chief Justice of the Odisha High Court, Shri Amitabh Roy, and he'll make the presentation of the Hero Man of the Match trophy, as well as a cash prize of 20,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees, beg your pardon, to today's Hero Man of the Match, Mohammad Arsalan Qadir of Pakistan. Arsalan, fantastic effort. How do you feel?
I feel very well. I thanks to my gods, my parents, my coaches, all my Pakistan's fans, crowds. So I also thanks Indian crowds on this stadium. Thank you guys.
अरसलान, ये बताइए कि पहले 2 मैच हारने के बाद या पहले 3 मैच हारने के बाद ऐसा लग रहा था कि पाकिस्तान टीम के लिए काफ़ी मुसीबत आन पड़ी है, तो टर्न अराउंड कैसे किया आपने?
जी, वो हमारे जैसे कि प्रैक्टिस मैचेस होते हैं, हम वो सोच के खेल रहे थे। हमारे कोचेस ने यही प्लान किया था कि हमारे मैचेस आएंगे, वो क्वार्टर फाइनल, सेमीफाइनल और फाइनल हैं, जिसकी हम तैयारी कर रहे थे। और अल्लाह ताला ने हमें इज़्ज़त दी है, हमारी मेहनत का हमें सिला दिया है। तो हम अल्लाह ताला का बहुत शुक्र अदा करता हूँ, अपने वालदैन का, अपने कोचेस का, और सब पाकिस्तान में जो देख रहे हैं हमारे हॉकी के फ़ैन है, पाकिस्तानी कौम है, मैं उनका बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। थैंक यू गाइज, थैंक यू।
चलिए, कल के लिए ऑल द बेस्ट, होप यू हैव अ ग्रेट फाइनल।
थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू।
Congratulations to Pakistan. They've made it all the way to the final, and there is confirmation of our showdowns for tomorrow, Sunday, the final day's play here at the Hero Champions Trophy 2014. We have England versus Belgium playing for 7th and 8th. Just ahead of them, playing off for 5th and 6th, is Argentina and the Netherlands. Playing for bronze, India still have a chance to take a medal away from this tournament. They will take on the world champions, though, Australia, for 3rd and 4th. And then the final, the big one, we're all looking forward to it. Germany in the final against Pakistan. Some juicy lineups to look forward to there.
Yes, indeed, and some teams that have played very well and that they've improved through the course of the tournament, and others that have just fallen away.
We'll leave you with these pictures. Pakistan have made the final here of the 2014 Champions Trophy. Do come back and join us for all the action from the final day of the Champions Trophy 2014. We'll see you tomorrow.